There have been many great rock bands in the past. Many have inspired us, changed us, moved us, and make us cry. One of these bands was the infamous Keenan and the Flying Owls of Destiny. On today's episode of E! True Hollywood Story, we explain the story of their beginning and end of this inspiring band. The band was first formed on September 18th, 2008, when Rock Band 2 was released on the PlayStation 3 gaming console. The members of the band were four childhood friends who were all raised in the little town of Perth, Ontario. The four friends included Keenan Batoulier, Evan Przesky, Ian McDonald, and Eric Lacey. Keenan was the lead guitarist of the band and also the creator. He bought the game. His skills as a guitarist amazed millions on the Rock Band 2 leaderboards. Some called him the chosen one of Rock Band.
I beat through the fire and flames on expert, enough said.
Evan Przesky was the lead vocalist of the band. He was well known for his greatest songs such as Everlong by the Foo Fighters on Expert, Don't Stop Believing by Journey on Expert, and Poker Face by Lady Gaga on Expert. When the band went on many virtual tours throughout the world, he was the only one who pulled off a full combo on every song. I started playing Lips on the Xbox until Keenan bought Rock Band 2. It's a great game, you know. I finally got to show my vocal talents to the world. I'm number one on the leaderboards for over 30 songs now. You don't get that too often, though. Well, except on Disney Sing It. I got 54 songs on the leaderboards there on the number one. No big. Alongside Keenan and Evan, there was Ian McDonald. He was the drummer of the band. Sadly, because of his crowd-like hands, he could only play medium. That didn't slow down the band, though. He usually got 89% on most songs.
Yeah, I can play medium. Without me, the band won't be as high on the Rock Band 2 leaderboards as they are today.
Didn't you fail Eye of the Tiger on easy?
And last but not least, there was Eric Lacey, who was the bassist. He was talented, but somewhat crazy. Even though he could hit 100% of the notes on every song on Expert, he had a type of disorder that compelled him to eat duct tape during recording sessions.
I'm so fascinated with your work on the bass, Eric.
Thanks.
About the duct tape.
Shut up.
Throughout the many months after the release of Rock Band 2, Keenan and the Flying Owls of Destiny 100% full comboed every song on the Rock Band 2 setlist. It was an amazing achievement that brought the group tons of fame on the internet, the news, the Guinness World Records, and local bars with Rock Band nights.
Go.
Our video Everlong by the Foo Fighters got 100% FC. It was a YouTube phenomenon. It had over 60 million views. That's a pretty thing for going professional, yo.
After gaining so much fame, the band decided to get a manager. It was Alexander Longill, an employee at the local GameStop. He made sure the band stayed famous.
I remember the day Keenan came up to me and asked to be his manager for his band in Rock Band 2. It sounded stupid at the time, until he said I would get paid. I now have $500 million in money. Rock Band money.
1 year passed when the group began to split up and go their own ways. It started when Keenan bought the Beatles Rock Band. He got so addicted to it that it split his ties with Rock Band 2. It wasn't long until Keenan quit the band and moved on to the Beatles Rock Band for good. Soon after Keenan split, Evan also moved on to the new hit game, Banjo-Kazooie Nuts and Bolts. Sadly, the new game led Evan to a tragic accident. Inspired by the famous children's game, he built a trolley from used parts on eBay. He also bought a bear and a bird to go with it. The bear ate him.
Go.
I was heartbroken. He was a good friend of mine. It's not every day your best friend gets eaten by a bear with a backpack.
Eric Lacey was also sad because of the loss. To relieve his pain, he went on a quest to search for God.
I traveled down the Mississippi River searching for him. I had no luck finding him for 68 days. For those 68 days, I danced with Smurfs. I lived among the Smurfs that lived in the magical forest near the Mississippi River and adapted to their lifestyle. Once those 68 days were up, James Cameron kicked me out for ruining his new movie. So I traveled up the mountain until I found a blue-balled eagle named Falcor. He flew me to the land known as Japan, where I eventually found God. Sadly, an alien abducted me beforehand and took me to a planet called Coruscant, where I learned to become a Jedi. I found my way back to Japan, though, and I finally found God.
Eric Lacey went missing shortly after arriving in Japan. Some have reported seeing him in Iceland recently. Ian MacDonald was also sad because of the loss of Evan. To relieve his pain, he got addicted to sugar and Red Bull. He continued to play Rock Band 2 for days and nights because of the adrenaline of the sugar and Red Bull. He was shortly taken away to a rehab clinic in Boston, where he recovered from his addiction. Ian is now living in Virginia, making shoelaces. His shoelaces are known worldwide.
How do you do it? How do you make your shoelaces like that?
The secret's in the frosting, but I'll never tell.
It is now May 18th, 2010. The rock band is now broken up for good. Ian is still making shoelaces. Eric is still missing in the world, though reporters have had photos of him flying on penguins. And Keenan is now off the Beatles rock band. Keenan decided to perform his Rock Band 2 performances on the street for people downtown. Sadly, you can't do much with the Rock Band 2 guitar without a TV or a cord. He now lives in a one-room cardboard box downtown with his pet parrot named Dennis. The manager, Alex Longill, is managing a new band in Connecticut. The band is Jacob and the 12-Year-Olds, who perform medium performances live on Guitar Hero World Tour. Even though the band is now long gone, the legacy on YouTube lives on. Same with their positions on the leaderboards.
Alright, fight number 2. Go. It's just pathetic. At least the grade 8s are not like high school. I love this.